Whatever happens to be the subject of your attention right now, if I told you to stop thinking about it and say, don't think about it, what happens? Your thoughts are not really your own. Thoughts exist on their own trajectories. They just exist in their own realm, their own frequencies of energy, if you like. And you tune into them or you don't. And whatever it is that happens to be the subject of your attention currently, is what you attract more of, what you manifest in your 3D, because you are on its trajectory, on its wavelength. So when you think of something fabulous, something delightful, and you go, yes, what you get is more of it. What's less intuitive is that when you say no to something, you also get more of it. I say, don't think of My Little Pony. What do you think of? I loved My Little Pony. I don't even remember any of the characters or storylines, but I loved the aesthetic of those drawings of the ponies. Anyway, so the next time you find yourself thinking about something you dread or something you don't want to happen, remember that. Remember that in the intensity of your feeling bad, your negative emotion, you are effectively calling that unwanted thing, that dreaded thing, to you. You are asking for it. And that's why you feel so terrible. Here's a fun thought experiment / manifestation challenge. Pretend that you dread something you actually want, something you actually truly, deeply, genuinely desire. And notice how easy or absurd it feels for you to do that. For example, think or say things like, I really, 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 really don't want to multiply my income this month. Having tons of cash to burn, together with tons of great ideas on what to do with it, as well as plenty of time to plan and execute and enjoy a fantastic spending spree on all of the things I love, is such a drag. Or I can't stand being told how pretty I am. And being told that I am valued and appreciated by people who genuinely love and adore me is so disappointing. Or whenever I get exactly what I want, when I want, just the way I want it is so annoying. Or whenever my boyfriend sends me such sweet and thoughtful messages in the middle of the day, it really stresses me out. Or this mango is so delicious and ripe and sweet and juicy and fresh, and that is deeply regrettable. You get the idea. When you resist something and push against it, you actually bring it into focus in all of its glorious detail. So if you're going to resist anything, resist what you want, not in the sense of worrying that you won't get what you want or of freaking out about potentially failing to get what you want, but in the absurd sense of actually resisting what you want in a way that brings into sharp focus what it is you do want. Worry, in other words, about actually having what you want. Complain about how wonderful your life is. Whine about the abundance and freedom that is yours. Moan about and describe in great detail what it's like to be able to go wherever you want and meet whoever you want and do whatever you want with the people you want to do them with. Complaining is actually a luxury when you come at it from this angle, and the truth is that complaining and being negative is actually always a luxury because it is always a choice. It's a matter of focus and where you choose to place it, where you choose to shine your spotlight, so to speak, what you choose to observe. Try it. Just try it. Imagine living with a view from the top. Imagine your life as you've always dreamed it could be, and then pretend you don't want it. If you're doing this right, you'll realize you actually do want it. The point of this exercise is not to convince yourself that you don't actually want it. Some people misunderstand this. The point of the exercise is to understand that you do desire it and to describe in detail what you do desire, what you surrender are your fears and worries and regrets. You just let all of them fall out of focus, way out into the periphery. You do not surrender your desires or your dreams. What you surrender is your resistance against your dreams and desires. So if you're saying things like, yeah, I have lots of money, but there isn't enough time to spend it, or yeah, my partner is drop dead gorgeous, but I don't like how everyone else is attracted to him too because it makes me feel jealous and insecure, then you're only partly describing what you want, which means you're splitting your energy. What you truly want is an abundance of all of the things you appreciate and enjoy. What you want is wholeness, unity, harmony, satisfaction. Focus on what you desire, not on what isn't good enough. The next time you notice yourself saying you don't have what you want, focus on the thing you say you don't have, the thing you want. Shift your attention from the not havingness, the I don't haveness, to the subject of your desire. Instead of I don't have nice clothes, for example, think of the nice clothes. Forget about the fact that you don't have them. Imagine the nice clothes. Visualize them. See yourself wearing them. Feel yourself being seen in them. It's a completely different feeling. When someone says don't, what's the first question that comes to mind? Don't? Don't what? Your focus shifts to the what. Only you probably do it in the energy of everything you think you shouldn't do. You want to shift your energy as well as the subject matter of your focus. So instead of, I'm not motivated, I'm not talented, I'm not creative, focus on what it would be like to be motivated. Think about creativity. What does it mean to be creative? How might you define creativity in a way that is inclusive of you? Think about talent and what that means. Words like motivation and talent and creativity are just words. Different people define them differently. Give it a go. Focus on what you want. Ignore the fact that you don't have it yet or that you don't have it, quote unquote, anymore. Focus on the feeling of having, of appreciation and enjoyment. In other words, have fun.